G'day guys and welcome to the layers tutorial. So we'll jump straight into it. All of our layers are located in the bottom right hand corner here. So we've got our 5 different shaded relief layer options, including paleo maps, magma, deep, original and top water. Now top water is only currently available in the Great Barrier Reef region of Australia, but the rest of them are available in all areas that we currently map. So the paleo maps layer is essentially a shallow water layer. The colour gradient starts at 0 and moves to about 200 metres. So it really highlights that sort of shallow lagoon coastal area fishing and is good for that coastal and shallow water sort of fishing techniques. The magma layer is essentially like an all-round layer. It's just got a bit of a different colour. And it's just sort of better for all just general use, all-around use. The deep layer is obviously for deep water fishing. Its colour palette extends from 0 metres to about 2,000 metres, so it allows for easier reading of structure in deep water. The original layer only has one colour, it's not multicolour, and we've increased the contrast and the exaggeration to try and highlight structure a little bit better. So it's good for just finding sort of smaller isolated structure or trying to pick really isolated subtle features. And the top water layer is, as it's named, it's for top water fishing on the reef flats. So it's a combination of bathymetry data and aerial imagery. Now to discuss the overlays. So our overlays, I'll discuss the sea surface temperature and ocean current first. The current sea surface temperature data that we have at the moment is sea surface temperature that is a daily timestamp, so it's produced every 24 hours, and it's gap free, which means that it includes measured data and also model data that fills the gaps where there's cloud cover. And that's on a 1 kilometre grid. And like I said, it's updated daily. Then we've got our sea surface temperature near real time 10-minute cloud gap layer, which is also a 1 kilometre grid. Now this data will have gaps where there is cloud cover in an area on a particular day, but it is updated every 10 minutes, so it's very much near real time data. But again, if there's cloud cover in your area, you won't get any data, so you may need to defer to the sea surface temperature near real time daily gap free product. We also have the sea surface temperature forecast, which is a 10 kilometre grid. And this is Bureau Meteorology forecast data. This isn't the global forecast data that some other mapping providers use. So the Bureau Meteorology data use a lot of data that's collected in Australia and is suitable for Australian waters, so it's much more accurate than the global model that is used by other providers. We also have the ocean colour near real time daily cloud gaps, which is at a 0.75 kilometre grid, so again this will have gaps where there is cloud cover. We also have our ocean currents layer, which provides current ocean current up-to-date ocean current data for the day that you're viewing it, as well as a 7-day forecast. Sorry, I also forgot to say this is a 7-day forecast as well for your sea surface temperature forecast grid. The ocean currents provides current ocean current data as well as a 7-day forecast. Again, this is provided by the Bureau of Meteorology. It's the most accurate data source that you're going to get. So moving on to some of our other layers, our depth contours, obviously they're just the depth contours, you can turn them on or off, but they're on by default. We also have our marine park zoning layers. We have our MDL layer, which stands for Model Drainage Lines. This is particularly for northern Australian fishermen trying to find wonky holes. If you want to know more about that layer, please watch our wonky hole tutorial. We also have sediment and seagrass data. Again, this is particularly for trying to find wonky holes, so please look at that wonky hole tutorial. We also have our point of interest layer, which is a makeup of various different spatial data sources that may be useful for recreational fishermen. For example, we have fish survey data. So basically, of all the common recreational fish. So this is just where scientific studies have picked up on particular fish species being caught in a particular area. We've put them in a map just to give people a bit of an idea of where some species may exist. We also have we also did a big search of the web, scraping the web for publicly available fishing locations. So this isn't any user data. This is publicly available fishing locations that have been published on the web by, say, magazines or fishing forums or whatever it is. We've put them all together and we've provided those. We've also provided some fishing rec locations. So we extract all our rec data from the Australian shipwreck database. And this includes whole wrecks as well as partial wrecks and wreck artifacts. So if you go to a location, you don't find a big wreck, because it might be a fishing wreck artifact, which means that they may have dropped an anchor, maybe part of a ship, could have been a container or something like that. So just because it doesn't seem like a big wreck, that doesn't mean there's not something there. Also, it contains the locations of old wrecks that may be broken up, may be covered by sediment now. So you may not find wrecks in certain locations, but we just provide all the data available. And we also provide a names layer, which has names of reefs and rocks and shoals in marine waters. So that's it for the layers tutorial. Please continue watching the other tutorials in our video series to get the most out of Baffin's Premium.